Hey, Chris Jenkins, credential member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People. Why do I get that title? Because I love working for my viewers. Okay, questions that you have for players, coaches, me, let me know. I will always do my best to go ahead and get those questions answered. And as always, help me get to 5,000 subscribers. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Let's do it. Okay, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 5,000. If you're already a subscriber, hit the like button. Helps other Carolina Panthers fans find out about me, and always hit the bell notification, because all of my videos, not all of them, but let's say about 90% of them are live for the purpose of interacting with you all, okay, my viewers. So please consider doing that as well. So we got some good stuff lined up for you guys tonight. Lots of just a good, nice, casual conversation talking about this Carolina Panther team. I had to go and get me some water because, you know, my voice sometimes acts up. I also got some bonus coverage for you today. So let's see, what order do I want to talk about things in today? Let's go ahead and get started with this one right here. Oh, no, I want to do this differently. Let me see if I can do something a little differently. Here we go. 180, what? What do you see there? Some bonus coverage here at Charlotte Vibe. Baker Mayfield named your starting quarterback today. Awesome to see, as we all figured that would happen at some point this season. And then Shaq Thompson recently activated from the physically unable to perform list. He was at a practice today, and there's some footage of him working out. So just want to show you a little bit of bonus footage right there. And before we get deeply into everything that took place today, let me see if I got my graphic ready. Do I have my graphic ready? Let's see if I can quickly get this graphic. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. You guys love my sound effects. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see if this works well. Drum roll, please. Roster moves. The Carolina Panthers made some roster moves today. So what those changes? They waived offensive tackle Austin Pleasance. Again, they waived offensive tackle Austin Pleasance, and they waived linebacker Kalen Tallon. So they have to get down to 80-man roster by August 30th. That means they have 3 more roster moves to make by August 30th. So just a little bit over a week to get down 7 more players to get to the 80, of which, of course, then our next cut will be making the cuts down to the 53-man roster. So, all right, big news today. Carolina Panthers naming Baker Mayfield their starter, and Coach Rhule has some comments about it.
Both those guys are really important to me. They're important people. And so I'm not going to compare them, and I hope everyone understands. Like, I don't want to say anything that, because, you know, at the end of the day, I believe in both guys, and I believe in who Sam Darnold is, and I believe in how hard he's worked and how professional he's been. At the end of the day, we felt like, you know, Baker's made a lot of progress in a short amount of time, kind of in the things I've talked to you guys about. And so we felt like it was right to make that move for this team, you know, right now. I said, hey, when we know, we know. We felt like we knew, and it was time now with the second preseason game done to sort of start to move forward and say, hey, Baker's the quarterback. Sam, you get ready, and kind of go from there.
So I think I got one more clip I want to share with you guys, but hey, here's my takeaway from that. So yes, absolutely, the biggest takeaway from that is Baker Mayfield is your starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers in Week 1. I want to hear a lot of questions and comments surrounding now that Baker's the guy, right? Do you think he's going to make it the whole season? What are your expectations for him? Those type of things. But something that I took away from that clip from Matt Rhule is that, you know, he's still a player's coach. Seems like Ron Rivera certainly had that ability. You just knew it, and had the I was fortunate enough to be around Ron Rivera for quite a long time and say, man, this guy is a player's coach. But Matt talked about the fact that he respects both Sam and Baker a lot, and just out of that respect for them, he doesn't want to answer questions and say things still, even though he now has a starter, to compare the one guy over the other. And here's this. The other part about that is I'm sure that seemed genuine about his relationship with those two guys, but also what he's doing. Maybe this wasn't the number one objective when he said this was if Sam Darnold has to sit on the bench for a couple of weeks, and then Sam has to come back in the game, and then coach is telling you like, hey, he's looking you out, hey, we believe in you. Let's get you go out there. You're up. It certainly helps that when coach could have said things that weren't necessarily trying to throw you under the bus, he's just answering a question about why you went with the guy. He didn't choose to do that. He chose to say, hey, I hope you guys can appreciate both of these guys I respect, I cheer for. And I like that. I like that. That's a little bit of read between the lines, if you will. And let me see. I think I have one more clip that I didn't properly get out. Let's see. No, I'm not going to try to go back and get that other clip. It'll take too much time. Let me see. Hold on.
Of course. But there's some time between now and then. So.
But yeah. So let's go ahead and hear from Baker Mayfield about how he's getting adjusted to life in Charlotte and how he is now in that quarterback starting position role.
Things are slowing down for me in the transition phase of like, okay, this is where we're going to be living. This is the offense, getting settled in with that. Things not being 1,000 miles an hour, like I said. But no, there's no comfortability. As soon as we get complacent, we'll be handling it the wrong way. So that's just not how I'm going to do it. Yeah, a lot of different situational stuff that he threw at us. And also we were trying to get some extra conditioning in, just doing longer sets of plays. There's good and bad, like every day in practice. So we're going to go back and watch the film and try to improve. So there's always room for improvement. And haven't watched it yet, so I'm not going to completely, criticize it yet.
So some of you may know I'm on a new computer. I'm trying to get back to my screen so that I can finish talking and looking at my notes. And I'm completely lost at this moment to get back to my screen. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I have all my life been a Windows user, and now I'm back on Mac. And sometimes I get lost. Okay, there we go. So that was Baker talking about getting settled in Charlotte. He mentioned that Charlotte has some good food, but also he's still getting settled into that quarterback position. Things are definitely starting to slow down for him. And, what about this Baker Mayfield with all this personality? And maybe are there things that you wish, you, Baker, wish you could have done now that you're designated as the leader? So, yeah, you're going to see more of that come out, more of that passion comes out. But he feels like, I wasn't purposely hiding it other than just being smart. I can't go out and take on too much roles of doing stuff for other guys before I know my own stuff first. So, this is good stuff here. Baker Mayfield being finally named the quarterback. He's going to get a quarter of play on Friday against the Buffalo Bills, and Sam will also play. What about Matt Corral? Well, it's still not known exactly what's going to happen with him yet in terms of, IR, et cetera. He doesn't even know his plan for recovery right now. Coach Rhule feels like tomorrow we'll be able to get a definite on what the next steps are for Matt Corral and his procedure to get himself back recovered. So I don't want to jab it too much. I really want to spend some time talking with you guys. Once the season starts, I have my Monday night show. It says, ask me your Carolina Panthers questions. So I want to kind of dabble into that tonight. Spend some time talking. What's going on, Ali? What's going on, Chris? Vietnam 26. What's up, Panthers fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. Josh in. Garrett Bailey with the $1.99 contribution. Say, whenever I get my super chat, just want to give you a quick announcement to say independent media means I'm fully supported by your contributions. Okay. So anytime that you're able to and willing to, thank you so much, Garrett, for that donation. And best way to support the channel. I need it. It helps us do everything that we do. Got the staff of 3 that's full-time on game days that we have to employ around here, and we'll be traveling to games. So again, thank you so much. Every bit helps. I love working for y'all, and that helps me continue to do what I do. Is Sam a starter in the league moving forward? Okay, so I said we're going to talk about some things. I don't feel like Sam is a starter in the league going forward. maybe if Sam gets an opportunity to go someplace else, I don't know. For me, it's hard to see him as a starter. I mean, technically, could he make it? Yeah. But just off of what I've seen, I don't know. I'm really thinking, could Sam be a starter? I think it's possible for him to get that opportunity. Yeah. I think it's possible for him to get that opportunity. I don't know what he's going to make of it, though, because I see the same things with Sam over and over that I see with a PJ Walker over and over. And those two guys, not saying anything against them personally, but just as a player between the lines, I don't like what they have to offer right now. So that's my 2 cents, Jay Hines. Thank you so much for the question. Faden, I'm glad to hear that Baker won the job. Now we can start getting him the reps that he needs. Absolutely. So he's going to get a lot of reps. So today, Coach Rhule went into what a normal game week would be like in terms of preparation. A lot of stuff they script. Practice has been heavily scripted up until this point. Practice against the New England Patriots was really, really beneficial, really, really helpful. You heard players and coaches talking about that, but heavily scripted. Today, they went away with that because he wanted to get the guys used to what a game situation is like, which is you don't have the ability to know what's coming, okay? And then he also wanted to take the ability to work on the conditioning, not giving the guys the amount of rest that they normally get. Again, trying to get them more simulated up to being in shape for game preparation. So Baker's certainly getting those reps. Sam will be behind him, get those reps, and PJ Walker will, as of right now, he'll get some reps as well because we hadn't fully gone into game mode. But, at this point, if PJ Walker was on the team, he's obviously being run a scout team. Yeah, Vietnam, I see what you say there. We knew he would start. Yes, Mark Carr hits. Skirm Brimlin is happy that Baker Mayfield is your quarterback. Shout out Chris and the fam. Appreciate it, Kel. Appreciate it. Was Derek Anderson better than Sam Darnold? Yes. I would say yes. Sure. All right. While I wait for some more questions to come up, I got a question for you guys. Check out this question below. Let me know your thoughts. What is most important for this team to have the best success in 2022? What are your thoughts? All right. Most important, is it Baker Mayfield starting at quarterback? Or is it Christian McCaffrey being healthy? I'm not going to say playoffs, 17 games, but let's say Christian McCaffrey playing 12 games or more. Or last year, our defense was a top 5 defense. Is that the most important? What is the most important thing for this team's success in 2022, in your opinion? Let's talk about it. While I wait for some of those questions to come up here and you all to start talking about, I think I had a few more comments that came through. I'm going to show this because this is a complicated question. Could we restructure Sam's contract into bonus money to pay him cash and reopen the cap while keeping him on our bench? I'm sure there's some restrictions about how much bonus money you can give a guy and then what's left in his contract. I don't know for sure, but that's my intuition. Giving him bonus money still also, though it spreads out, so basically, no, this wouldn't work too much because Sam only has a 1-year contract that's remaining. The contract bonus money is paid over, it's prorated over the number of years, or divided by the number of years. So if we turn it all to cash and then it's divided by 1, it's still due to him now. So that still is money that counts against you. So I don't know cap talk intimately, but from that perspective, I'm going to say no, that really wouldn't help us out at all. Taylor South, I'm actually not dreading this season. This team is talented enough to make the playoffs, and if not, I like the talent in the upcoming draft. Hopefully, with the new coach. You didn't directly answer my question though. Let me put it back up. Even though Taylor, I appreciate your comment. So the question was most important: Mayfield as a starter, Christian McCaffrey being healthy, and I'm going to say 12 games or more, or having a top 5 defense. Which one of those 3 things do you feel is most important? I have my opinion. I'm going to share it with you, but I want to give you all a chance to log on and tell me what you think. Meanwhile, you know what? Let's one more time give you some bonus video from today's practice. Ready for it? Ready for it? Here we go. 180, white. Baker Mayfield. You're starting court. Sam Darnold in the background. Ben McAdoo in the background. Dante getting the rock a little bit. And then Shaq Thompson activated off the pup list, practicing today. So good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, so we got a few responses up here. Let's see. I believe CMC healthy is most important, while I don't believe a running back should be as a offensive focal point. It's just the way I feel our offense is wired. It's proven that without him, we barely function. All right, so we got 1 vote for CMC being the most important thing to success in 2022. Chandler says Mayfield as a starter. Are you guys doing this on purpose? I'm getting one of each here. I'm going to have to get a pen and paper to write this down. So we got 1 CMC vote, 1 Baker Mayfield vote. Thanks, Chandler. And then we have a top 5 defense vote. All right, we got 2 for the top 5 defense. We need Baker to play well still, so him being the starter isn't the biggest need. Okay, defense. All right, now we got Christian McCaffrey. So 2 Christian, 1 Baker, 2 defense. So I can't keep track of repeat answers or multiple entries, but Scrim says top 5 defense. So that's 2 Christian McCaffrey, 1 Baker Mayfield, and 3 for the defense. And I'm going to put this back up. And I think I had another clip from Coach that I wanted to play. Let me see if I can find this real quick while we're still on here. I'm trying to find a video clip real quick. Let's see.
Is what I want to see over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
I don't want to take up too much time trying to.
I think Derek and Matt, just like some of those young guys, was down the line guys. And I say down the line just in terms of hey, they're running with twos.
Yeah, I don't want to. I should have got that together beforehand. Sorry. Let me look back at these comments here. All right, Taylor Size. What do you believe, Chris? Okay. And keep in mind, I'm not saying that, I'm not going to get too technical with the what is and just playing around kind of stuff here. Let me go ahead and share what I believe is most important out of the 3 things that I have listed here. Baker Mayfield as our starter is certainly helpful. I don't feel like it's the complete answer. In all these, there's some unknown about it, right? So the unknown with Baker is how many turnovers will Baker have? One thing that I feel like I always forget about it and don't think about too much is I'm thinking like, all right, we got Baker Mayfield. Things are going to be better. Is that Baker Mayfield still has a turnover problem. He's had a turnover problem. Will that go away? Will that go away with a better offensive line? Will that go away with Ben McAdoo as offensive coordinator? We don't know. We'll see, right? So there's a little bit of an unknown, but there's hope there. A top 5 defense, well, defense does win championships, but you need your offense to do something unless your defense is not top 5. I mean, probably top 1 or 2 and just killing it in all categories across the board, because we had a top 5 defense last year and we were nowhere near close to the playoffs because our offensive performance was so poor. So, in my opinion, what is by far the most proven, most absolute thing to, like, there's not many guesses to, is that if Christian McCaffrey is playing and if Christian McCaffrey is on the field every single game, or for at least, I'm going to say 12 games, he is such an incredible athlete and such an incredible weapon that you're automatically going to have a lot more wins than when you don't have Christian McCaffrey. He is that good. He's phenomenal. And, DJ Moore, great guy, but he's not able to make this team, like, he can't will it down the field as much as Christian McCaffrey can. You can hand Christian the ball directly, and he's phenomenal. You can pass the ball to Christian, dumping it a few yards down the field, and he's incredible. Christian McCaffrey, just statistically, is just, when he's playing, pretty much unstoppable and gives us the most direct correlation between being out on the field and winning. I have no question marks at all about Christian's ability to run between the tackles, Christian's speed, Christian's hands, Christian's football IQ. There's no questions at all there for Christian McCaffrey. For Baker Mayfield, there's questions. There's hope, but there's questions to what all he can really, really do. Top 5 defense, again, that's great. It's good, but we had that just last year and saw that without Christian, things can be so bad that it still doesn't matter. You can still have a quarterback that's so bad, it still doesn't matter. And we still have Sam Darnold on our team, so we still have some of that issue stuff on the team from last year still on the team this year, right? So anyway, we got some more comments here, so let's go through them because we're having fun answering some questions tonight. So I appreciate it. Again, once a week, once the regular season starts, I have my Ask Me Your Carolina Panthers questions. Do that show on Monday nights. But tonight I felt like doing something similar, spending more time answering your questions and telling you some things. Here we go. What's up, Joey? Man, Joey, that's a nice car you got on your profile. I like it. Joey, you want to come on, Joey, and answer that question? I don't know if you're ready. You don't have to get your full setup together to do it. You can just be on your cell phone, go to your man cave, and I'd love to hear from you if you have an opinion. As a matter of fact, let me see. I'm going to open it up to anybody that wants to actually in video come on to the show right now, answer that question. Then I'll let you on. Not a problem at all. We definitely can't rely on just Christian this year. Too much talent around Mayfield. Let me go ahead and let you all. I'm gonna get you this link, and let's see. I'm gonna give you everybody 10 minutes. 10 minutes max. Here we go. Links out there. If you want to actually come on video, share with me and everybody watching what you think is the most important, or any question you might have. We'll go ahead and do that. I got to get my headphones though, so that we can, so you won't have the echo. Give me a second. Think if Christian is healthy, they can keep the defense from being on the field too long. Yeah. Christian, I mean, it's all about Christian, man. It's all about Christian. He's proven talent. Hey, Chris, what do you think about our refreshed O-line being ranked 24th in the NFL? Hey, Brad, where'd you see that at? I'd like to try to try to see that and comment on it. One thing about our offensive line is there's still a lot of young guys on there. So, we're homers. We're the home team. We see these guys all the time. What's up, Taylor? I'm going to have you on in just a second. I see these guys all the time. And you want to feel like and hope that Icky's not going to have any problems. He's just going to be unstoppable. He's going to be in a Pro Bowl. He's big. He's strong. He's going to learn. But you don't know what challenges that he will have. Brady Christensen, he's not a rookie. He's in his second year. And he's still going to have to find his way. And one thing that you also have to think about when you think about this team into the future is who we're playing against. What is our competition like? We play a game out in LA against the Rams, which was a pretty darn good team. So you got to also think about our opponents. All right. I'm going to go ahead and jump and bring my man Taylor on. Taylor, what's up? What you got?
I was going to ask about what you think about the
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey, and more or less what you think about, like, I always thought about people underestimate depth when it comes to a team. So, like, say one of your best guys go down, how comfortable do you feel? Because, it's going to happen. Every team, like, how I think it depends, like, the depth is underestimated. Like, say Brian Burns, Jeremy Chin, like, even just one of those guys go down, how comfortable we feel about, like, next man up mentality.
Across the board, did you have a particular position?
Like, receivers, actually, the first thing that's coming to my mind was DJ Moore. Like, let's say he goes down, how drastic.
Taylor, I ain't thought about that one, man. You just hurt me. All right, let me go ahead and answer that question. I appreciate you jumping on, man.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, sir. So Taylor said, what if DJ Moore goes down? What about our depth? So at first thought, it's like a gut check, man. If that guy goes out, then we're hurting. I think it's 3 1,000-yard seasons for him consecutively, which is pretty darn impressive. So that's huge to lose that. And then even though Robbie Anderson had a good first year, he didn't have a good last year. So you wonder how much of a threat Robbie Anderson can be. He's going to say he's not just a deep guy, but that's where a lot of his talents come from, is being that deep guy or having a number one to play off of. So then you're going to have to rely on, is Terrence Marshall Jr. going to step up, Rashard Higgins, as well as Shi Smith. So I don't feel like, initially, Taylor, my gut was like, oh, that would just cringe. But I feel like we do have an offensive coordinator, Ben McAdoo, that, should be better than Joe Brady and handling things and balancing things. And then we've had some guys that have had some pretty good training camps. So if the O-line is doing decent, if Baker Mayfield is doing decent, it would hurt for DJ Moore to go down. But I feel like we could survive that much better than my initial gut punch, thinking like of losing DJ Moore, because you have those guys behind him who have done well. And if Christian McCaffrey's still out there, then you're just going to get even more creative with the things that you do with Christian. So pretty good question. Appreciate that pretty much. Again, I just put the link out there for anybody who wants to jump on the show tonight for a minute, ask a question, or tell me your answer to the question of the night, which is, what's most important for our success in 2022? Baker Mayfield, Christian McCaffrey being healthy. Let me put that correct. Baker Mayfield as a starter, Christian McCaffrey being healthy, or having a top 5 defense. That link is out there already in the comment section if you want to join me before we get off of here, which I will be getting off in just a minute. All right, let me see. Make sure I go through all these questions here. Baker will be fine. Stefanski was the problem. All right, so would you say that trading Sam would really benefit us more than keeping him as our bench guy, knowing he can at least give us a chance to stay in a playoff race if, God forbid, Baker gets hurt? Man, yeah. If we can, let me not get too excited. Let me think on it. Baker gets hurt. Sam's no longer on the team. Okay, so here's how I feel. I had to take a second to really think about all that. I'm still okay. As long as Baker's not hurt and he's going to miss a month, 6 weeks, I mean, at which point any team, most teams are going to struggle if you have your quarterback out 4 to 6 weeks plus, right? But we're just talking about, I'm assuming, let's say he's going to miss a game or two because he's gotten hurt, he's gotten banged up. But we've had the chance to trade Sam and get some other assets for it. Yeah, I'm good because I already feel like they should be aware that Sam could be trade capital, trade assets. And if they do what I would like for them to do, which is not keep PJ Walker on this team, go ahead and get you another guy in that can start learning this offense so that you have that leverage of, hey, I got another guy on the team that already knows the offense, so I don't have to immediately simplify things so much when they come in. Because one thing that lots of players have said, and they didn't say it like it's the worst thing in the world, but they said Ben McAdoo's offense is complicated. So I feel like it's important for us to go ahead and get rid of PJ Walker, get us another guy that we feel confident in, not as a long-term solution, but just as someone that has potential. But mainly what that guy is going to be doing right now is learning the offense. Okay? So new guy in that has potential, learning the offense. PJ Walker is out. Baker Mayfield's your starter. Sam is on here just until we get a trade. We get this trade for Sam, and now we got some other good assets, and we still got this other guy that's been learning the system. Maybe we determine we need another quarterback. Okay, we can get it. Or maybe we don't. We just got this guy that can help us limp through. He knows the offense. Ben McAdoo has had time to really learn what this guy can do and knows how he's going to change the offense once he comes in. We keep trucking along, but we get some more assets. If we get a big guy on the defensive line that Fitterer's been wanting. So, yeah, I feel like trading Sam would be a benefit. Hopefully that wasn't too long of a response to Lucia. All right. Let's see. Did anybody else want to join me before we get off of here? Do I have to put a shirt on? Yeah, Rusty, you do have to put a shirt on if you did a video chat. Sorry. Colin Kush. I like this. Don't put injuries out there like that. Don't do it. Yeah, it hit my heart when he put that injury question out there. Big Mike, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. If you can hear me okay. You didn't give me a thumbs up, Mike, so I can't bring you on. I want to make sure that you can hear me in the audio. Let's see, we got another question. In your opinion, which players, both on offense and defense, do you feel is vital to the success of the season? Hey, Big Mike, if you can hear me, you got to give me a thumbs up, boss. I don't know if he can hear me, guys. So you guys can't see it, but it looks like there's one person that wants to get on. You got to give me the thumbs up so I can know that you can hear me. But let me answer this question. If you can hear me, Big Mike, I'll still try you. Let me answer this question, and then I'll come to you before we get off of here. So in your opinion, which players, both on offense and defense, do you feel is vital to the success of the season? So by far on the offense, Christian McCaffrey, I think, is your most vital guy. On defense, who do I feel is most vital? I'm going to think about that one. First thought comes to mind is Shaq Thompson. I'm thinking about this out loud. Shaq Thompson, because he commands a lot of he has a lot of leadership, gets a lot of guys in place. He's right in the middle of the action, plays to run as well as some guys that are coming into those short routes. If we lose one corner, that's not too bad because they got safety help over the top. Jeremy Chin at the back. What about Brian Burns? I'm going to say right now, here we go. I wonder if you guys like how I talk through my thoughts out loud. So Christian McCaffrey on the offensive side, Brian Burns on the defensive side. Why? By far, if we lose the pressure, because right now we're already concerned where we're going to get the pressure from. If we lose the pressure from our all-pro, the one guy that we know that we can count on to get pressure, and now that's an issue, then that's pretty tough. All right, Big Mike. Let me see if you're working here. Here we go. Can you hear me, Big Mike?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't. You never gave me the thumbs up to let you know that you could hear me, man. It's too late. You're already on.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great, man. Hey, I appreciate you joining the show tonight. What do you got?
Hey, Lancaster, Ohio. I run a Browns backer chapter, the largest one here in Central Ohio, and I've been watching you for the last month. And I
Okay.
really appreciate you informing all of us up here on how well Baker's doing. And I'm here to tell you, Baker is going to light the Panthers on fire. Okay.
Okay.
His first year, because you were worried about possibly a couple of your star players going down. He
Yeah, there's some
made,
questions.
Perryman that was here. He was actually on his way out. He was facing retirement because he wasn't that useful to the team anymore. Baker made him so useful, he went out and got a star contract the next year.
He
He was
did, yeah.
throwing to receivers we didn't even know we had. Okay. And I mean, this thing that happened last year, it goes a lot deeper than him just having a hurt arm. He had a conflict with the coach and with management, and I've got all kinds of theories about that. But you guys are going to enjoy him. I
Let me.
if I go
I
ahead.
want to ask you this question, Big Mike, because I'm still learning about Baker Mayfield, and I know that historically he has at times had some problems with the turnovers, interceptions. And I heard something about if Baker was at his best when he had a good run, was able to do some play action off the good running backs that they had up there in Cleveland. If I don't know if I could ask this question fairly. I was going to say, if we don't have Christian McCaffrey, how will we do? Because I've already said if we don't have Christian McCaffrey, I feel like we're going to be terrible. So ignore that. Just tell me this. Can we be safe that Baker's not just going to throw some 50-50 balls down there just trying for too much? Give me some hope.
What did he do during the Cincinnati game when OBJ got knocked out?
Tell
Nearly
me.
perfect. Nearly perfect after OBJ came out of the game, right? I'm not saying
Yeah.
OBJ was a problem, but somehow he focused. Now, what I would suggest is go back and watch the documentary Baker put together during the draft. He was
Okay.
a small child in his neighborhood, and he always went around to the neighborhood and collected kids to play football in his backyard. He's always been the leader. He's always been wanted to be in front of things. So if you have someone go down, he's going to find a way. But the thing is, what happened last year is the coach was coaching against him. I mean, look at the Pittsburgh Steeler game. What did he get? Sacked 3,000 times? I mean, it's not it was his fault. Now, I mean, look at what happened to our offensive line last year. Okay, Baker couldn't find an opening. He was holding on to the ball too long. And next thing you know, everybody's getting hurt. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of calls that Stefanski was making. For some reason, Stefanski wanted Baker to look so bad that he was willing to throw the season. I know a lot of former NFL Browns players that said that Stefanski wasn't as manly as he could be, because if he was, he would have told Baker, "You're out. Go get your arm fixed." You know, it's it was just so frustrating. I mean, Baker was so much a part of the fabric of the Cleveland fans. We went 2 years and only won one game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
One game. How bad do you have to be to only win one game?
Yeah.
So when he came back, his rookie year, he didn't start, but when he came in on that Jets game, man, I tell you, the city lit up. The Budweiser coolers came open,
Yeah.
and that's when the city fell in love with Baker Mayfield. And, Freddie Kitchens, I don't know what the problem was there, but last year when he took us to the playoffs, you saw We beat the Steelers without Stefanski because he was in his basement with COVID. But when he came back for the Kansas City game, we lost it. He never throws a flag. He never gets up into the ref's face and challenges a call. Nothing. All he does is look at that menu board the whole time. So I think you guys are going to thoroughly enjoy Baker. You better buy a jersey now because they're going to go up over $180 real quick. You know, I mean, we couldn't sell the Deshaun Watson jersey right now to save the family, you know. I mean, it's that bad. And what the Browns did, I mean, my God, $230 million and 5 draft picks. And he comes out. He's been at training camp all summer. He comes out in the first preseason game, 1 of 5 for 7 yards. I think Baker's first throw was 29 yards. I mean, my God, it's you know, I had grandparents that used to live in Shelby, North Carolina. If they were still alive, I would be down there in a minute. You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It really is. But I know you're going to do a lot. You better get ready, man. You're going to be the center of attention. You know.
I'm going to get ready, Big Mike. I want to say I greatly appreciate you coming on. Hopefully you'll join me again. Number one, thank you foremost from me in joining the channel and checking me out repeatedly. I feel a big duty to make sure I keep it up. So I'm impressed, and thank you so much for flattering me. And I like what you said about Baker. So I'm going to find a way to make sure that he knows that he still has a lot of people in Cleveland that loves him and supports him so much. So appreciate you tuning in tonight, man.
I mean, he's at an Indians game. He rips open a beer with his teeth. He's got a Kenny Lofton jersey on. Kenny Lofton goes out and hits 4 home runs. I mean, this guy's incredible. Everything he touches turns to gold. So I hate to see Darnold get kind of pushed to the side. But you got the number 1 and the number 3 pick from 2018 on your team. I mean, that's a hell of a backup. If Darnold stays as a backup, man, that's going to be incredible. So, hey, September 11th, I might be surrounded by crazy Browns fans, but if Baker scores his 6th touchdown and runs backwards from Stefanski with that little grin on his face, I'll be privately cheering real quietly, but I will.
Maybe it'll be the Higgins and they'll roll out the red carpet right near the Browns bench.
Man, Hollywood. See, that's the thing is Hollywood and Baker hit it off. They were both rookies. Higgins was on the second team, and so was Baker. They had this chemistry, but for the last 2 years, Hollywood Higgins wasn't even out on the field. Now, why, I don't know. So, if DJ's one of your receivers, right?
DJ Moore, yes.
Yeah. If he goes down, Hollywood will step in, man. He'll step in. You watch, man. I mean, I tell you what.
I'm going to wrap up after this one.
I had a former Cleveland Brown was in Las Vegas. I put $25 down to the Panthers to win the Super Bowl at 125 odds. So I only get like $3,000, but I have never bet on the Cleveland Browns. Now you're going to destroy this tape, right? I'm not going to be on YouTube.
No, you're going to be forever on available to the world. Big Mike from Cleveland comes on the Carolina Panthers show. Hey, but I'm going to sign off so I can wrap on up and get ready for tomorrow. But thank you so much for joining, Mike.
Okay, guys. We'll see you.
Appreciate it. All right,
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was awesome. I'm going to run through just a few more, and then I'm going to shut it down because I got some other things that I need to do and continue to study tape and get ready for this week's matchup. Let's see. A few more comments. Here we go. Some others appreciating Big Mike. What's up, John? What's up, Vibe? Hey, Saquon. Appreciate you joining. I hope you've seen my messages, man. So, hey, anybody, if you want to reach out to me, I'm very accessible. Email, telephone call. If you want me to appear on your show or something like that, always free to do so, and love doing that with everybody else. Channel send Baked Mayfield to lead us to the playoffs. We'll see. And a few people like Big Mike's take. That was Kenneth Oakham. Excuse me. Oh, we didn't get his prediction for the matchup. I'm going to say that he's going to predict that we win. So that'll wrap us up for tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. I really do appreciate each and every one of you all that tune in to the show. I always say, if you see me out and about, of course, if I'm working, I got to keep it short, but please stop and say hello, take a picture if you want to take a picture, whatever it is, because you all 100% make me. We'll continue to cover this team every day that they have some action. You can count on me going live and bringing you some updates and taking your questions, as many as I can take before it's time to go. And again, continue to look out for more interviews with players, more interviews with coaches, and you will always, once the season gets started. We didn't do, during the preseason, we don't do everything that we do during the regular season, but once the season starts, you'll have your pregame live show. You'll have your post-game live show, including player interviews and all that jazz. So, Chandler, I'm not going to bring you on because I'm signing off, but I'm glad that you figured out how to do so. Man of the people, that's right. So Chris Jenkins reporting live for Charlotte Vibe. Everybody, I'll see you tomorrow.